yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off around the 27, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
We're going to 54.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
2nd down, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He sets to fire. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, it's Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll give to Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott, room to run past midfield. This one caught left side by Cooper. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever taught.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mark Barron coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
DC.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's gone. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And down inside the 15 he goes. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
They come out here, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jared Goff taking it in. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Samson Abuka coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Prescott to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Samson Ebukam in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Not laying back defensively. They blitzed right there first play in OT.
The game's changed a bit, hasn't it? I'm telling you, when we were kids, most of the time you'd lay back, not necessarily prevent defense, but you want everything in front of you and hope that the offense made a mistake. Now people aren't counting on that, and they're going after him and being aggressive. Of course, if they pick up your blitz, it could be a big play for the offense.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. First down, Prescott. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Let's go 47.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 10th carry now for Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Coming up on a 3rd and 9, opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Oh, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now Goff with his first throw in OT. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be third down. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. 3rd and 2. Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now Goff on first down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Goff. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
4 down.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the red zone now, Goff throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Back to throw. Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal's from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like lemon.